Whether you believe my work is right, whether you believe that I have been diligent, that I have worked, that I've stood up for you during these years, that I've used my time decently in the service of my people, now cast your vote if yes, then stand by me as I have stood by you. This is a direct quote from Hitler that Kanye West, or Ye, posted on X before uploading his new song, Heil Hitler. So I want to share a few different perspectives that I've seen about this new song. First one, as a Jew, I'm delighted to see Hitler, who dreamed of a 1,000-year Aryan Reich and obsessed over white European aesthetics, reduced to a grotesque, profanity-laden rap video by a feral, vulgar, black edgelord. You wanted a final solution? How about eternal humiliation? This is from Yaakov Wolf on X. The truth is, Hitler rounded up black people living in Germany and sterilized them and kept them around for slave work. Hitler is literally rolling over in his grave right now after hearing this song. And I'm not sure Kanye or Ye understands that Hitler didn't just hate Jews. So that's a very interesting perspective. Here's another perspective I found interesting on X. Another case of everyone being scared of words. The sentiment that's here, meaning the song clearly isn't a Jew murderous sentiment. He's saying the collective of disenfranchised men keep getting trampled, pushing them to say, fuck it, I'll say the unsayable thing. This is a very scary place to be, to keep suppressing speech until folks are fake glorifying Hitler just to get a speck of attention. I totally understand this perspective, because when you completely demonize men, not talking about Ye specifically, then it will push men to do evil and harmful things. But personal responsibility and agency are important to understand. So to any young people hearing this right now, in Kanye's song praising Hitler, he blames the Jews for the destruction of his marriage and family, not his addiction to pornography, not his very public social media fights with his wife and daughter in which he shamed and disgraced them, not his calling himself God. No, he blames only the Jews. The people praising Kanye also subscribe to a victim mentality. So did Hitler. Don't be a victim. And I'll say this again. Kanye West is making the emotional pop culture case for the Nazis. Tucker Carlson is making the pseudo-historical intellectual case for the Nazis, and Candace Owens is just serving as the apologist for the Nazis. And because Islamists are Nazis, none of them will ever condemn Islamic violence and bloodshed, even against Christians. Anyways, my buddy Eli Leibovitz, had a great post on X to lighten the mood, just slightly here. He said, "The world 4 months ago. I can't believe Elon Musk did a Nazi salute. The world after the song was released. Kanye is so back." I thought that was kind of funny by my buddy Ellie. But anyways, I'll leave you with this on a more serious note. This is exactly how I feel, and it was written perfectly by A.G. Hamilton 29 on X, and I will share it with you now. I honestly don't know how to raise the alarm anymore. If you remember when Kanye first posted his DEFCON 3 thing, Candace Owens came out and has repeated since the lie that it was just criticism of certain Jews that had wronged him. Just like Owens claims people pointing out her Jew hatred are just upset about criticism of Israel. But back in reality, Owens, Ian Carroll, and others have spent the last 2 years intentionally setting the groundwork to normalize open Jew hatred. The goal is to mainstream it to the point where, Steve Peters and Nick Fuentes, Heil Hitler chants, fuck the Jew signs, etc. are considered normal and celebrated. The latter group is already calling for violence against Jews and treating Jews as a separate category. However, all of this is just a gateway. The real target isn't just Jews, but to undermine our entire social fabric. They have found very willing allies in Islamists and the far left who are also have very similar goals of wanting to undermine and destroy Western civilization and a predisposition for hating Jews. They all agree on current social structures need to be torn down. They just figure they will fight over which one of these preferences, Islamism, Nazism, communism, gets to replace it after. This is all intentional, and it's the direction we're headed down. This song doesn't matter. The coordinated effort to destroy our society does. A free society isn't normal. For most of human history, 99% of people have lived with almost no freedom in complete poverty. The violence inevitably coming against Jews scares me. The destruction of our society is far more frightening. These people are enemies of free society, and if we don't wake up and fight back, they will find themselves in a scary place, and it might be too late to do anything about it. So, thank you for your time and attention. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.